Hello, everybody. This, of course, is the Starving Martian, host of Martian Peace Theater. We've been going through all of the trading card series in Mars Attacks history, and we've covered all the way through 1996. We did the original Mars Attacks series. We did the Mars Attacks archives. We've gone through Mars Attacks, the 1996 widescreen cards based off the movie. And I promised we'd be heading on to Mars Attacks Heritage, and we are. But before we get there, before we get quite that far, I would be remiss if I didn't do a quick look at this book here, Mars Attacks, the 50th Anniversary Collection by Topps and by Abrams Comic Art Publishing. So what this is a book containing all the original cards, or at least prints of the original cards. It's got prints of everything that was in the Mars Attacks archive set that we looked at. It's also got images of some rare cards, some non-sports giveaway kind of cards. It's got the history of Mars Attacks. It's got a little bit of behind the scenes. It's got interviews with the creators of the original series. If you are a Mars Attacks fan, you need to have this book in your collection. Highly, highly, highly recommended. So, let's take a quick look here, and we'll see what's so cool about this particular volume. As you see, it's published by Topps. Mars Attacks. It is designed to look like the wrapper of the original card set. You can look on the back. Again, it's the back of the wrapper printed right there. See, flying saucers destroy Earth's largest cities. See, giant insects crush everything in their path. See, Earth's armies on Mars fighting against super weapons. Spoiler alert, it's the end of the card series. Collect the entire set of 55 Mars Attacks cards. Well, you can, because it's right in here. Neat thing about this cover, not only does it look like the wrapper of the original book, it kind of feels almost waxy, and the original card series book. But if you take it off, you find that lovely little piece of bubble gum. You know, that always kind of tasted like cardboard, so now it's printed on it. And if you look on the back, you get that same piece of bubble gum all cracked and shattered because it's been wrapped up since 1955 and has turned to stone. So, fossilized bubble gum, delicious. Very first thing you get when you open this book is a huge double-page spread of The Invasion Begins, the first card. And it's you almost wish you could take it out and hang it up somewhere. For a size comparison, here is that card. So it's a nice blow up of that. You got some great details, and the art really holds up. Some art, when you're used to seeing it only in a certain size or perspective, only looks good in that size or perspective, but top-notch work here. And you got a picture of this guy, the Mars Attacks action figure. He was actually also stars in a YouTube video promoting, I believe it was Mars Attacks Occupation. It was either Occupation or Invasion, but it's on my liked videos list, so you can check him out there. As introduction and commentary by Len Brown. He, of course, was the man who wrote the story on the back of all the cards. And an afterword by Zena Saunders, the daughter of the painter of the series. So it goes through the history of the cards. You get a look at what other cards produced by Topps at the day were before you get to the classic 55. We're not going to go through them all because we've been through them, but just wanted to show you what kind of detail you get in here. Alright, so on every page you get the card, the picture of the card, the back of the card, so you can read the back without having to turn it over, and you get a little clip here from Len Brown, the writer of the cards. Sometimes talking about the specific card, sometimes just about the series in general. And again, for a size comparison, you can see that you are getting a bigger picture here. You're getting slightly more detail than you do in just the regular cards. And so that's really good. And it runs through, as I said, the original 55 card sets. They're all there. As one would expect. And then a little bit over halfway through the book, you get to Visions, New and Original. This is from Mars Attacks Archives, which we recently covered. This was card number 0. So it goes through the unpublished 11. These cards, the images are shrunk down to pretty much standard card size. But you do get the front and the back of those as well. And then in order to save space, when you get to the next set of cards, they only publish the front. And this is one of the reasons why, even if you have this book, you still need the cards. Because these cards each had additional art on the back, as well as description of the artist who made the card and what their inspiration for it was, what their history of Mars Attacks is. Again, though, you can see it is nicely blown up for extra detail. And so as the book progresses, you get images of other trading cards. These cards come from various sources. These ones are from model kits. These cards are very hard to track these days. Very expensive to buy on the secondary market. So I'm very pleased to have pictures of them here. I don't have, I don't know what it says on the back, but it's better than nothing. And then after that, you get behind the scenes and more. So here's a picture, early sketch of what a Martian was going to look like. They were more insect-like initially, more elf-like. They had that giant third eye, which would eventually carry over into the Topps comics and the Palax subspecies. You can see here we're getting a little bit closer to a Martian as we know him, but they're still more insect-like. Check out the bug legs and the little hairs on the arms, antenna coming off his head. So, and this one, of course, is extremely bug-like, but you still have that nice giant brain sticking out. And then you get some behind-the-scenes sketches. These are some cards that didn't make it to the drawing board, as we'll say. These never got painted, but many of these cards will eventually be made into what we now know as the unpublished 11, and also they're in the some of them were eventually made in the Mars Attacks Heritage card set that we'll be taking a look at next time we do some cards. Alright, then you get some bonus pictures, images. This is Attack from Space, which was the initial test run of Mars Attacks, went under this name. A pack of cards would have cost you 1 cent back in the day. And you also have an interesting look at some of the original cards in their censored format. Some of the original cards, you may or may not know, they were going to be reissued. They were already starting to drum up some controversy. So they said, well, let's reissue these cards. And this is Burning Flesh without the burning flesh. So what they were going to do is reissue these cards, but tone them down so that parents groups wouldn't get so upset and offended by them. And eventually they said, you know what, never mind, we're not even going to bother. So, this one always amuses me. This is Beast and the Beauty. It was toned down by removing the lady and replacing her with Vincent Price, or possibly a young Colonel Mustard. I'm not sure which. And, let's see, I want to find burning a dog, or destroying a dog, rather. Yeah, here we go. Alright, destroying a dog. This one became less offensive by letting the Martian kill a human being instead of a dog. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Way to go. And then that's about it for the book. It's definitely worth owning. If you're a fan of Mars Attacks, even if you have all the cards, it's great to be able to pick it up and flip through it and to see the artwork, to read the backs of the cards without going through your collection. And so I highly recommend this book. as I said, don't just buy the book and ignore the cards. You do get some more details on the cards that the book leaves out. Like I said, the Mars Attacks Archives does not feature the backs of the cards. Um, and you know what? Even just the regular card set, the original card set, there's just something about holding the cards in your hands that just makes them more real. Now, if you buy this book, if you have to shop for it online, make sure you check to see that it comes with these. The book initially came with 4 cards, bonus trading cards. The only place you can find them is with this book. So they're labeled cards A1 through A4. This is A1, the Searchers, or the Scrubbers rather. I'm sorry, the Scrubbers. The idea here being they come in after the invasion and purify the world by burning away all the human, you know, leftovers. Um, A2 is keeping score, which tells us that Martians keep track of their kills by collecting eyeballs, something we've never seen before and will never see again. Except in the Topps comics, where there is one character literally named Eyeballs who eats, take a guess, human eyeballs. Card A3 is No Escape. Really nice image there. And, of course, card A4, Master Plan. Presumably that's just the Martian leader, and the Earth has a strawberry jelly filling for whatever reason. So yeah, if you're getting a card set, definitely check to make, or the book rather, definitely check to make sure they have those cards. So again, guys, this has been Mars Attacks, the 50th anniversary collection. Highly, highly recommended. I have nothing bad to say about this book whatsoever. The makers have also produced other books based on card series. I know there's a Garbage Pail Kids one out there. I'm tempted to pick up the, there's one off of the Planet of the Apes card set from when that movie came out. I'm very tempted to pick up at some point, but until then, I'm happy just to have this on my shelf. So this has been the Starving Martian, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Topps Mars Attacks 50th Anniversary Collection hardcover book. Track it down if you like. I found mine on Amazon. But until you do, we will see you later with another look at more Mars Attacks trading cards, and we'll catch up with you then. Keep watching the skies, everyone.